You sent a voice note. 2 minutes later, you accidentally played it back, and for half a second, you genuinely thought someone else was in the chat. Then it hit you. That's me. That flat, weird, slightly nasally, that's actually me. And you sat there, phone in hand, wondering how anyone has been listening to that and never said anything. Here's the truth. They're not being polite. They actually don't mind. And if that surprises you, you've been lied to. Not by them, by your own brain. This has happened to every single person watching this, and every single one of us landed in the same place. I just have a bad voice. Wrong. In 2013, 2 researchers at Albright College and Penn State actually tested that assumption. Not debated it, not theorized about it, tested it. And the results made that whole story fall apart completely.
This is it.
Here's what's actually going on. You've never actually heard your own voice. Every time you speak, your voice travels 2 routes to reach your ears. Route 1, air. Out of your mouth, into your ear canal. That's what everyone else gets. Route 2, bone. Your voice vibrates through your jaw, your skull, your cheekbones, directly into your inner ear. And bone carries low frequencies differently than air, richer, deeper, fuller. So the voice hitting your brain through bone arrives warmer and heavier than anything anyone outside your head receives. That's the version you've been hearing your whole life. And here's the kicker. That version doesn't exist for anyone else, just you. So when you play back a recording, your brain compares it to the version it knows, finds 0 match, and calls it wrong. That cringe isn't you spotting something bad, that's your brain confused. There's a difference. And that confusion? Your brain's been building it for 20 years without telling you. 20 years, wrong file, every time. From your very first word, your brain started storing audio. Every conversation, every argument, every voice note, ironically. 20 years of it, all filed under "this is what I sound like." But that entire archive, every single second, was recorded from the bone-conducted version, the one only you receive. So your brain didn't build a reference point, it built a fiction. And it's been measuring every recording against that fiction ever since. No wonder it never matches. It was never supposed to. The recording isn't wrong, your file is. So what happens when strangers hear the real version, with no file, no standard, no 20 years of comparison? 80 strangers, 0 context. Here's what they said. Susan Hughes, Albright College, 2013. She brought 80 people into a lab, recorded every single one of them, mixed all the recordings together, different voices, different people, and played them back. But here's what nobody in that room knew. Hidden inside that mix, each person's own voice, 3 separate times. No one was told, just one instruction. Rate what you hear. How attractive is this voice? How warm? How confident? And the results came back. Here's what happened. Almost every single person, sitting there, no idea it was them, rated their own voice higher than average. Not slightly higher, higher than they would have ever rated it if they knew it was theirs. Higher than anyone else in that room rated it. They liked their own voice, without knowing it was theirs. Think about what that actually means. The voice note you just deleted, the video you filmed, watched back, and killed. Someone heard that voice today, a stranger, a colleague, anyone, and felt nothing negative. They just heard a person talking. The problem was never the voice. The problem was you, knowing it was yours. That's it. That's the whole thing. The stranger in that recording, that's not your real voice. The fake one was always in your head. Everyone around you heard the real thing, every single day, and said nothing, because there was nothing to say. Nobody was counting. Nobody was judging. That was only ever you. You were literally the only one in the room with a problem, which, when you think about it, is almost funny. Almost. Next time that cringe hits, remember, that's not your voice failing you. That's a 20-year-old file finally being called out. it's got nothing left to say. And your voice was just the beginning. Every single day, you think, feel, decide, and almost none of it is actually yours. Your habits, your reactions, your choices, all of it quietly shaped by files your brain built before you were old enough to question them. Follow, because every video on this channel is going to make you stop and wonder how much of your life you've actually been in control of.